Hey, hey. Um, this is super late. It's been a couple weeks, and that was not on purpose. Um, but I guess it means we have plenty to talk about, so that's good. Um, let's see. I don't even really remember where we were last time. I just know I was in a bad place, and we did the episode with my friend Jace. And I forgot to tag him in it because I'm already starting off so good at this YouTube thing. But yeah, last week was the first week we got the webcam working, so that's cool. And now I have my microphone set up. So I guess we're moving up in the world. Um, yeah. I also I can't remember if it was last time or the time before that, but I had slept through my appointment with my psychiatrist, so I did not get on new meds, or I didn't increase my dose. But this time I have my dose increased. I met with my psychiatrist a little earlier, like two 2 weeks ago, maybe. It took me like a month and a half to call to set up the appointment after I missed it the first time. And it took me like less than a minute probably to set up the appointment. So, you know, avoiding a very easy, simple solution to a problem that is pretty decently sized. So, that's the story of my life. I'm very good at doing that. But, yeah. Also, I've started doing some of my recording at my girlfriend's place just 'cause it's just not easy recording here. But I want to get a studio. So, if you are in Rexburg, Idaho area and you have access to a room or something that I can rent, hit me up 'cause I want that. Hopefully next year I can move into a place that's got a bigger room and a living room so that I can just store some of my stuff in the living room, like maybe my mini fridge or my TV or some other stuff. And then hopefully I have a real closet so I can get rid of this thing. It's nice to have when I don't have a closet, but it would also just be nice to have a closet. So, but yeah, uh, I Um, let's see, what else have I done? Work has sucked. I've kind of posted a little bit about that, but it's just been they just freak out over everything and I work as a janitor at a grocery store, or I guess a department store more. But it's just like I don't like customers, not that like really anybody does, but I hate registers and working like directly with people that want things because especially here, like in America, everyone is so entitled and it's really annoying and frustrating because um I don't know if I've mentioned it on the podcast, but I lived in Germany for 7 months in a like German neighborhood, and I also spent 7 weeks in Mexico with a girlfriend. So I've been in multiple countries and kind of sort of lived as somebody from those places. And people are so much better in Germany, like as far as customers go, and as far as like just people out and about. Like here in America, I feel like everyone they just want more, and they feel entitled to somebody's working hours, and they feel like if they go someplace, the person that works there, their whole purpose is to serve them, which is so backwards. Like, you showed up because you want to buy stuff. Like, you want the service. They're providing it because they know you want it, not because they are just kind and are there to be like they're doing it because they're taking your money. They want your money, not because they care about you. And so it's just annoying that people show up at work and treat you like your whole existence is to help them out and be their little private assistant. Like, I don't know. But I mean, honestly, so that's why I kind of like what I do, which is a little more like janitor work. Like I'm cleaning bathrooms um and like sweeping floors and taking out trash because, those are just jobs that have to be done, and you don't have to deal with customers that much with them. Like you still do, but like the dream would probably be janitor work in like a warehouse where the only people you deal with are the employees. Cuz at least then if they're rude, you see them every day and you can like, I don't know, make mean faces at them. I don't know. It's just nicer when it's not some random person like a that's like some old grandpa or grouchy lady or annoying teenager that just wants to be a problem, you know? Like employees, if an employee is unpleasant to you while you're working, it's kind of like, yeah, I get it. Like the job sucks. And like we're all just trying to get our jobs done. So I can kind of like overlook that a little bit. But recently though, it's just sucked because I don't get any like thanks for my job, and everyone kind of treats me like kind of kind of like crap, and they like our department for janitor and cleaning stuff, um like every other department, when they're low on people, they just take from us, and we're already understaffed. So like, and it's a big department store, like we have to clean a lot of things, and like we're supposed to legally, I believe, we're supposed to be cleaning the restrooms every 2 hours. And it takes almost 2 hours to clean every restroom. So if you do the math on that, like that's almost all day cleaning restrooms, one person. And that's usually me. So, but it's just, like you have days where I'm the only one scheduled and it's a two-man job, and then they're asking me to do all this extra stuff, and it's like, okay, I will go outside and pick up this trash for 5 hours, but just so you know, that means the poop in the bathroom is going to stay there, and the trashes that are full all over the store are just going to be left full. So it's like, what what do you expect? So it's been very frustrating, and I've been very down about that. And I've also been very upset with myself because I have not been doing this recording, and I need to be doing it. And like I don't want to do it. It's not like it sucks and it's not kind of fun, but it is weird. Like I feel like I'm just talking into a void. And like I think the last video, like there were 40 people that watched it, but I don't know how much they watched. And I don't even know who they are. That's kind of weird. Like I feel like I should almost make fun of people that watch this because like I don't know, I'm not that entertaining. I don't even like I don't do anything fun. I just talk about my life. Like mostly I feel like this is intended for me to like start a weird fan base of people that just for whatever reason kind of like me, but also just to document my journey so that in the future I can always look back and say, "Oh, this is where I was at this point of life and this is where I'm at now." And, like yeah. So it's just that's mostly what it's for. Like I think it would be cool if when I have kids and they're like moving out and going to college and doing their own thing and like going to I don't know, trade school or getting a job or like trying to make it in an industry and they can look back and watch these videos and be like, "Oh yeah, my dad was a loser at one point too." And he was like struggling with this stuff too um and whatnot. So but I am kind of, it does make me happy to see that each video has been getting more views. And I hope that some of those people watched the whole thing. I know there are ways that I can check, but I kind of don't want to. Um, because I'd like to pretend that all of them watched it all the way. That's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah. But yeah, it is kind of cool. It's nice that people are hopefully enjoying this and getting something out of it, or at least they're taking the time to take a chance on it, and maybe like 8 episodes from now they'll get something out of it, or it will start like, I'll start getting this more down and figuring out what I'm doing a little better. So anyway, yeah, that was cool. And I still am trying to hopefully record more. I'm gonna try to figure out. I know I said this like 2 episodes ago, but I really want to figure out how to do this with FL Studio and just make stuff while I'm like recording it and then just post it and say, here's me doing some like editing, or here's me working on this song or whatever. Because I don't know. I think that like that would be something that more people would probably be interested in, and like I don't know, maybe people will find that really helpful because I'm not great at production or recording. Otherwise I would have stuff that's already out. But right now I'm getting a lot better at the other parts of it, and I just need to work on vocal stuff now because I've avoided this for a long time because for a long time I really didn't like my voice, and I'm sort of at a point where it's like, well, I don't need to like my voice. I just need to use it because if I don't, I can't say anything. And that's a lot worse than having some people think that my voice is kind of bad. So, yeah, that would be pretty fun to do some production stuff on like hopefully soon I can get enough subscribers to do this live, and then I can have like people jumping in and making comments and whatever while I'm recording, which would be dope cuz then it wouldn't just be me sitting here talking into the void. It would be like a conversation kind of, or like people could add input on things. But yeah. Um let's see what else. Where am I at? So I don't know if I've specified what drug or medication I'm on, but it's aripiprazole, or it's like I can't remember what the other name for it is, but it's got another name that's like shorter. but they just doubled my medication. So far, I don't know. Today I feel good, kind of. So, I don't know, maybe it's working, but I don't know. Sometimes you just have better days, though, even with depression. So that's what makes it tough, is because I don't know how often the medication is what's helping, or uh, if it's just that I'm uh, having a good day. And it's not like I had a good day today. Like, work sucked so bad. We had like an overflow that filled the entire restroom. We had, like, I had to go outside and it was freezing. And I had to go out there for so long just picking up trash with a grabber. And now my hand is like, it's it's so tired. But um yeah, I don't know. After work kind of always feels a little bit better. But today I don't know. I feel like doing things, so that's good. It's always good to feel like doing the things that you usually enjoy doing. Speaking of, yesterday I reinstalled uh um Skyrim on my Xbox, and I've been playing a little bit of that because I played through Cyberpunk, and I played through it like 4 different times, and I got the DLC, which is sick. If you are into like RPG games, or like if you like GTA, then and you haven't played Cyberpunk, it is so good. It's such a good game, and it's like the story is phenomenal, the characters are great, like it's a great game. But yeah, since I've played that a bunch, I was like, well, I played Skyrim a while ago and I didn't get very far into it, and I was kind of like, maybe I should like get that out and try it again. And so far I'm a lot more invested in the story. I didn't make it very far last night, but I played it a bit, and I think this time around I'm going to get more out of it than I did last time. I didn't beat it last time, but I just don't remember like anything about the story or the plot or the like groups. I don't remember what the backstory was. But yeah. Um I also started watching Mob Psycho. It's an anime because I've been loving One Piece, but they only release episodes every week, and I need it more often than every week. So, and I've already started rewatching it, and I've seen it all the way through, and I've seen most of it a second time. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, when you finish a show and you wish you could forget about it so that you could rewatch it and enjoy it and like have it be brand new again. That's what I wish I could do with One Piece. So I've been kind of not watching a lot of TV because I just nothing looks good. And I've been rewatching Breaking Bad with my girlfriend, which is fun, but we only watch like a few episodes every week. So it's very slow moving. And I don't watch it without her because I've already seen it. So, but yeah, and I'm almost done with Ozark, which is a pretty good show, but it's not nearly as good as Breaking Bad. So, yeah, not a lot of good TV recently. I just feel like TV's gone downhill. Like I feel like mid 2010s, it kind of peaked TV, And then now it's just a lot of like, it's everything's corporate and everything is like just so overproduced and garbage. Something else that I'm going to talk about that I don't want to, but I'm going to. I relapsed. I'm not going to be like specific about it, but I'm not happy about it. Like, because it's not so much that I hate doing it, but it's more what it represents, which is that I'm in a bad place. Um, and I don't love that because, we want to be in a good place, and I don't want to be stuck in the cycle of trying to escape the way that I feel with those things. But we're out of that for the time being, so that's good. We're doing good at the moment. Um, Hopefully, we do good for a while now that my meds are right, or hopefully right. Fingers crossed. I started writing two new-ish songs. One of them is new, like from scratch, and the other one is one that I wrote a long time ago, but now I'm scrapping pretty much all of the lyrics and just keeping the music pretty much what I had, but re-recording it so it's better. And then I'll have to figure out more lyrics. It's the dumb one and um and all you need to know. Those are the song names. So hopefully in not too long I can at least get one of those to a stage that I can release it, hopefully in a couple months. Hopefully sooner, but I would be really stupid if I said that I believed that was what was going to happen. Because I know me, and I am very slow going at this stuff. But that's where we're at. Um, I've been wanting to do recording, though, and that's a good thing. I've gone over the last, like, 3 or 4 days to record. So, and I'm hopefully going back to record today. Hopefully tomorrow I can record some too. So we're trying, and we're making very slow progress, but we are making progress. So, um, yeah. Let's see. I know I had more, a lot more, but um, I want to get Jace back on the podcast. I know he's not been doing super great recently. Like, he struggles with like I'm not super at like it's not my place to get into it, but we're similar in ways. So I know he's been going through a tough time, but hopefully I can hang out with him again and we can talk about doing the podcast together again. Because I felt like that was a lot of fun. And maybe that was why there were so many views on it. I also need to figure out how to tag him in it. Because that's just stupid of me that I didn't do that. But either way, yeah, hopefully we get him on. Um, let's see. I guess Halloween happened, and I watched some movies. I didn't go to any haunted houses this year, but on Halloween, I went over to my girlfriend's place, and we just she had onesies. I'm gonna make a post about it. Probably today after I record this. But we made, or we got some Little Caesars pizza. I think. Yeah, we got Little Caesars pizza and we watched a movie. I'm trying to remember what the movie was. Signs? It's like an old, like a 2000, early 2000 movie, I think. Um, it had Joaquin Phoenix, I think is how you say his name. It was a good movie. It was, the writing was crazy. Like they wrote every character as if they were like at the same level of intelligence. Like there was a kid that I'm trying to think of how old he probably was in the movie, but I feel like he was under 10. Maybe he was a little over 10, but not by much. And he was talking like a 20-year-old about just something in the movie, and it got us all laughing because it's just, you remember how like at different times writing has been different. Like now I feel like a lot of TV like is like extra, tries to be extra real. Like it tries to be like you could almost see those people really being alive and talking the way that they're talking in the movie, which I think there are definitely benefits to that, but it is kind of weird that like the world we escape into, we've turned into basically our world. So now you're not even escaping. You're just pretending you're somebody else or like following somebody else's life. And it's not like their lives are better most of the time. So it's just kind of weird. Like we used to do a lot of fantasy movies, like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and stuff. And now, like, no one even watches Marvel anymore, is like how it feels. It just feels like TV is dead. But music is very alive. And some of them are still also annoying, but I think music is better because anyone can kind of learn how to record and produce and release. But, oh shoot. I'm getting a call, but, um, I guess I'll answer it. Hey Brian, um, I'm recording for my podcast right now. So, yeah, I'll do that. Sorry. Okay. Um, drive safe. Okay, I'll probably call you in about an hour. Um, hopefully that works. Cool. Bye. That was my cousin. I used to be roommates with him, but he graduated and now and I dropped out later, but that was before I dropped out. He graduated and now he has a big boy job and a house. So good for him. But I told him that I needed to talk to him. So that was him calling me and me rejecting him. So, but yeah, I'm pretty bad at phone calls. I don't like texting. And I don't like phone calls very much either. But I prefer calling to texting, and um I prefer in person to calling. So, which maybe that's normal, but I feel like a lot of people would rather text than call. I just hate texting. It's Like, I don't know. I have to think so much more about what I'm saying and if it's a good text message or if it's too long or if I should punctuate it or if I shouldn't punctuate it. Because I've been made fun of for punctuating my texts. So now, most of the time, I just see if the person who texted me last punctuated theirs, and then I just copy them. So, because I don't know, in high school, I was so late to everything. Like all my friends had phones before me, and and everyone listened to music way before I did. And I'm just now playing Skyrim. It's 2025. I don't even know when did Skyrim come out? Let's see. It came out in 2011. So I'm 14 years late on that. So that is the story of me. I am late to everything. So, and now I'm trying to change that by like getting into things right when they're coming out. So that's the same with One Piece too. I got into One Piece after Gear 5. I don't know if that doesn't mean anything to you, that's fine. But it's been releasing since 1999, I think. Or maybe that's the manga. I think the TV show started 1999. So I was like 23 years late to that, and now I'm finally catching up. Or I am caught up, but, I'm catching up with everybody else who was already caught up. And now I am pretending to be the same level of fan as people that started the show when it first came out. So, but yeah, in high school, yeah, I didn't have a lot of friends, but I had some friends for a short time, and I thought they were really cool, but really they just, I don't know. They they didn't care to be friends with me. They were like they had all been friends for since like their whole lives, and I was just trying to infiltrate that, I guess. And they would make fun of me because I always capitalized and punctuated, which I realize now why you don't do that with your friends because it just comes across. It's like how your dad texts you, when you're at school and he's at work and he says, I don't know, do the dishes when you get home, or did you take out the trash, or he sends you a big message about politics or whatever. Like, but that's not how your friends should text, I guess, which makes a lot of sense. But I didn't know that, and maybe I could have had more friends if I knew this before. So if you are in high school, first of all, you probably shouldn't be watching this because I'm going to talk about a lot of things that are not high school. But if you are in high school and you see this, then don't punctuate your texts to your friends because they'll treat you like you're their dad and they don't want to talk to their dad. Let's see. I am back on the ramen diet because I am too broke to afford other food and also, frankly, too lazy to make it. Hopefully that changes in a week because I don't know how long I can just eat ramen again. It is cheap, but it kind of like there are plenty of reasons why you don't live on ramen. And your body reminds you of those reasons. So, we'll see. We'll see how long this lasts. Um, but I did try. I like the bigger ones though. They have, they have the small cup ramens, but I get the bowl because it has more, and it has the little vegetables, and it's just better. You can pretend like you're being healthy a little bit more, even though you're not. You're eating pure sodium and, I don't know, whatever chemical those noodles are made out of, because they're not real noodles, that's for sure. But I've also started, the last couple weeks I've been bad with my food budget. I've bought a lot of pizza, and what I'll do is I'll buy a whole pizza, and then I'll take 2 slices and put them in a container, and that's my lunch at work. So frankly, it's not really that bad of an expense, because it's like, what? Little Caesars is like rounding up $8 kind of for a pizza. So that's like $2 for a meal with 4 meals. So that's not really that bad. But it's also not healthy either. Me pretending that Little Caesars is healthier than ramen. It's a little bit healthier probably, but the grease definitely definitely negates a lot of the benefit. And who knows what that dough is? Because no pizza has the same dough texture as Little Caesars. So it's very like spongy and, I don't know, crunchy. It's just weird. We talked about pizza 2 episodes ago. I can't do this again. What else? Um, I have a whiteboard that I like, a calendar whiteboard, and I keep telling myself that I'm gonna fill it out. Yeah, it's been empty for like 2 months, so you know that's funny. I should really figure that out because it's not really that hard to fill out a calendar, but I just don't do it. And then I have so much time where I'm sitting around just thinking, what should I do? What what should I spend this time that I have doing? And then I just sit there and think about what I should be doing, and I don't do any of it. So there's so much stuff that if I had a to-do list, it would be like that long in 2-point font, and all of it would be filled out with, it would cover the entire every page, and all of them would be empty check marks. And if I had a list of the things that used to be on that I did do, it would be like 1/8 at the most of everything else that I haven't done. So, but I finally took this off of that list. So, we are we're a little more than halfway through this, which is cool. Cause and it's cool because then I can say that I did it, which is all I really care about. um, let's see. What else have I done recently? Um, I watched The Sixth Sense. That was a damn good movie. I was not expecting the way that thing ended. And I'm not going to spoil it because that would be a crummy thing to do, but what a well-made movie. We need more movies like that. If you know a movie that's like Sixth Sense, like that has the same kind of feel and the like emotion of it and the twist, drop it in the comments cuz I could use some good TV. I've been trying to find a time to watch Donnie Darko cuz that's a classic, and I really need to get into like all the movies that people are going to talk about, cuz I've seen Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, and I've seen The Conjuring, and I've seen, I don't know, but I haven't seen any of the Takens. I haven't seen what's the one with Keanu Reeves? John Wick. I haven't seen those. I want to watch Blade Runner. What is it? Blade Runner 20. Let me see. Cuz it's going to bother me if I don't look this up. 20 2049. Yeah. Well, I guess there's two Blade Runners. There's the original Blade Runner from 1982, which I also want to watch. And I should watch that one first. But what are some other movies that I haven't seen that I should watch? I don't know. I started watching some of The Walking Dead, and it was pretty good, but it still has that feel of like old TV where like a lot of newer TV, they kind of make like more youthful young like main characters, because I guess they figured out that, a lot of people that watch TV are teenagers and like young adults, and they don't really identify that great with an older main character. But so it just has that feel. Like, I've never been into crime shows like NCIS um or any of the like Grey's Anatomy, that style of like work movie or TV show where it's like showing the lives of people that are adults working jobs. Like, it doesn't, it's like I said, it's not, that doesn't help me escape. I want to escape. I want to watch something and pretend that my life is as like grand and cool as these crazy people that are doing, like, I don't know, like like Game of Thrones. Like, you escape into this world like where there are dragons, and there's all of these different cultures, and they're like at war with each other, and like every day it's like, oh, what's gonna happen this episode? Like, what's gonna happen with these groups of people? Like, same with um let's see, what's another, like Breaking Bad. Like, oh, are they gonna get caught this time? What's gonna happen? And like, there's always that excitement. Like, what do you get out of Grey's Anatomy? Like, what annoying patient are they gonna have today? What? Like, who? And same with crime shows. Like, what crazy like murderer mystery are they gonna solve this time? Like, it's not like Scooby Doo. Like, Scooby Doo is great because it's a stoner, a hippie, a nerd, a talking dog. Are you serious? Like, that's fun. But Grey's Anatomy, like, just a bunch of nerds being nerds and causing drama because they're falling in love with each other and stuff. I don't know. It's just not, I can't I can't get into that. I need more out of my TV. like this cyberpunk anime that they did. That one is so good. It's the shit. It's like great characters. There's still a lot of like mystery in it, and you're trying to like you're rooting for this character while you know he's kind of going on the downhill, and he's sort of, he's making the wrong choices, but you're like, come on, like don't mess this up. We want to see you succeed. Like that's what I want. So if you know anything like that, you know, you know what to do. And there hasn't been any new music that I'm excited about. Although I will say, I started following Cage the Elephant because for whatever reason I just hadn't followed them when I started listening to their music. And man, they are like killing it right now. They like I feel like they're getting talked about so much, and I'm so happy because they're genuinely, I really believe they're one of the best bands of like the 2000s. They are like they're just so emotional and so raw and um and what's the word, unapologetic. They're gonna talk about what they've been through, and they're not gonna make it look pretty or pretend that it's so glorious, the lives that they live. Like they're gonna be honest and say, yeah, this is the shit that we deal with, and this is what life is like, and you're here at the show, so you know you are probably like struggling through some of this stuff too. That's what I want to do as like a musician. Like that's what I hope to get from my writing, is that, you know, I just hope people can see that they like the struggles that they have aren't alone. Like everyone kind of struggles with the same thing, and everyone just pretends like they don't, but they do. Like we all, no one has it really figured out. Like you don't figure it out till maybe you're 50. And even then, it's not like you've figured out everything. You just figured out what worked for you, and that's all. So, yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird that everyone wants to pretend like they're so well developed and all figured out when we're all kind of just on our own, pretending and seeing what gets us through the next day. But yeah, hopefully soon I can release another video of a song that I'm working on. We'll see which one. I'd maybe like to show what I have for All You Need to Know, because it's a great, so far it sounds really good, and I'm excited to see, like, I only have the chorus done for it, and that's like written, not recorded and produced. But I want to get into recording that one soon because it's going to be fun. I like the way it's going, and I like the bass. I have this friend, his name's Diego, and he plays bass, and occasionally I'll get him to come over, or I'll go to his place and I'll say, here's like, this is a song that I'm working on. Can you figure out like how, what bass might work for this. And then he goes, sure, I'll figure something out. And then he kills it and just creates the best bass lines that could pair with what I have. So I'm really happy with what he did when I went over and jammed with him for the song. So hopefully soon we get that to a point where I have something shareable, because I don't know. I care a lot about music and I want to make things that I like taking my time writing and figuring out what really would be the best thing for this song and how can I make this hit as hard as it can and, reach the emotions of people the best way and have it still make sense with what the lyrics are saying. So, yeah, I'm excited about that song. It's kind of battling it's sort of the original premise I came up with was it's like a grouchy old grumpy man, and he's talking to a young teenager that's excited about life, and he's just saying, "Oh, well, you know, you're so excited about this, but this is the reality." And he's kind of dunking on life. And I don't know, that's where the song is at right now. I'm excited to see, because I always write songs and I let them write themselves. I figure out, where is this story going and how can is there a way that I can battle the direction that this song is going? Because often I write from a place of feeling like someone else is yelling at me and they're telling me I'm doing this stuff wrong, and I want to just yell at them back, no, I'm doing this my way, and it's not wrong, it's just different, and you're fine to be your grouchy, angry, upset self, but I'm not gonna let that ruin what I am hoping for and what I think I can get out of this life, you know? So maybe that's the direction the song goes, with the teenager kind of battling back and saying, "No, this is actually all you need to know." And it's that I don't care what you have to say. Who knows? Maybe it'll just end up being a grouchy song, and the rest of the album will just answer back to that. We'll see. We will see. Man, I'm kind of running out of stuff. But I still got a little bit of time that I need to fill out for this episode. Um, let's see. Oh, this is very random, but I've a wax melt going right now, and it's I think it might be Better Homes and Gardens brand, but it's the Rainwater and Moss. Very nice. Very nice. I live in Idaho, and it doesn't rain a lot here. It does sometimes, but most of the year is either really dry and hot or it's very snowy. And snow's not the worst. I still prefer snow to the hot, hot summer, but that's only when it's snowing, not when the snow's just on the ground and it's miserable and cold. I need it to be pretty, but rain is the best. There is no weather that is better than rain, except maybe like a dense fog. Dense fog is cool. Big fan. But yeah, I love wax melts. And it's so I remember when I was a kid, um so I played hockey from middle school on until well, I still kind of play now. I just go for like drop-in sessions. So I'm not like in a league or anything, but I want to be. And they actually, I want to say they just finished a ice rink that's in my city. So I should check that out because that would be dope to get into a league and have something else to look forward to. Especially if it's just like a once a week thing where it's not messing with my sleep schedule and it's not that expensive and, like that would be sick. But right now, I haven't played in almost like probably 10 months. I haven't played. Maybe 9 months I haven't played. So I'm gonna be a little bit wobbly when I go back out. But when if you haven't played hockey, um, your the hockey stick basically to get more traction on the puck when you're playing, you tape it on the end of the stick and then you put wax over the surface. And when I was younger, my mom and my dad have always been pretty I don't want to say stingy, very frugal with their money. Like they don't like spending it if they feel like they don't have to. And we had a wax melter that had not been used in a long time, and I think the reality is it probably just the light bulb died and they didn't care to replace it. So we had all of these wax melts chunks that were like unopened and just, you know, like scented wax. And we would take like we would take like apples and cinnamon, oh, wax chunk, and be waxing our hockey stick with apples and cinnamon. So we're just out on the ice rink like the cereal Apple Jacks. But yeah, kind of funny. And we would like yeah, we're just wearing fragrance on our hockey sticks. That was fun. But then a little later, our parents started, because they could see how serious we were with hockey, they started getting us like the nice wax. And that was such a good transition because you go from holding this little chunk and watching it just disappear onto your stick to having this like it's like it's a puck of wax. It's just like a round thick disc that you wax your stick with. Pause. Um, but yeah, I miss hockey. I miss sports in general. Like, I haven't played soccer in years. There's just no one who cares about soccer here. Like, no one wants to play it. Everyone is into, like, spike ball and ultimate frisbee. And frankly, like, those are still better than nothing, I guess. But soccer is so much a better sport. Hockey is better than soccer, though, before anybody comes after me. And if you do come after me over that, it's fine, because you're wrong. Hockey is better. It's just, hockey and soccer are basically the same sport, but one of them is in a massive field where you're on cleats and the ball is big and you kick it and it goes really far. And then the other one is on skates, on ice, in a smaller rink, and the puck is tiny, and you can hit each other. Why why would that not be better? It's infinitely better. And same with like football and basketball. Hockey is just better. It's like hockey and basketball. Basketball, they score so many times. Like, how does it not get old? You see the same shot over and over, and it is satisfying, but like, you can leave the game and come back, and they're both teams are 40 points over where they were. But in hockey, like the whole time it's like it's edging you. You're sitting there waiting for the next goal, and it they keep shooting, and it gets so close, and it doesn't make it, and you have to sit there for like over an like over a half an hour before you get to see a goal, and then it's all of that pent up excitement just comes out. And same with soccer. Like, that's why those are I really feel like those are the best sports because, like, yeah, soccer might be a little boring because it's so long and everyone is so far away from each other, but at least the whole time you're waiting for that moment, that one moment where someone scores a goal. And when it happens, it's like ecstasy. So good. Yeah, and then what was the other one I said? I said basketball and um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Oh, football. Football is just annoying because it's all ads. It's just ad after ad after ad, and you see them like they set up a play and then they execute the play, and it takes less than 10 seconds, and they're down, and then it's another ad. It's like, are you even watching football at that point? Because I feel like you're just watching McDonald's. Oh well, I guess if that's what people want to do, that's what they can do. But I would rather watch hockey. But I haven't even done that. I haven't seen a hockey game in a long time. I should figure out if I have hockey on something that I stream. Probably not. But maybe I should look into that. Because I do miss it. And it does make me sad because I wish I had gotten more invested in it when I was in high school and just cut the time out of some of the other things that I was trying to do. But oh well, you live and you learn. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, that's pretty much everything I can think of that I have right now. I'm sure I'm going to end this, and then within 10 minutes I'm going to think, "Oh my gosh, that's what I was going to talk about. Why did I forget about that? That would have been so good to talk about." And then I'll say, "Oh, I'll remember it for next time." And then next time will come and I'll finish the episode and it'll be the same thing. But alas, what can I do? Nothing. I can do nothing about it. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks. It means a lot. And if you do enjoy this, it really would, like, it might just change my life if you subscribe and like this video and comment. So, if you feel like changing a poor Rexburg boy's life, then feel free to do that. So, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.